Hi, I'm Matt Green, and today I'm going to be looking at Loft on the driver head. I'm going to keep the shaft exactly the same, and we're going to see the influence that Loft has on launch angle and optimal performance. I hear a lot of people trying to work on driver hitting in to out, which allows that upward motion of the golf club, positive attack angle at the moment of impact, that allows that golf ball to go to maximum distance, but that does potentially lead to a huge effort on your part to change your golf swing or change, what's natural to you. And actually, Loft has 4 times greater influence on launch angle than attack angle. So 1 degree of loft change is going to be like 4 on lie angle. So I'm going to start off and just hit a few shots. This is a 9 degree head. Seem to have the pulls going a little bit today. I actually play 9 degrees. You can see on the bottom right there, we're looking at landing angle. For me, that's one of the big numbers that we look for in a driver fitting. We really want something between 33 and 38 degrees. 38 degrees of landing angle, angle of descent. That's PJ Tour average. They're trying to maximize carry of the golf ball. Anything steeper than 38 went too high. Now it's falling too steeply. Anything kind of below 33 never had a chance to reach its true height, its true potential, and therefore tends to fall out of the sky a little bit too soon. So this is going to be 10.5. Change the tag up here on the computer. See what this does immediately to my launch. Well, pretty good. Felt a tiny bit low on the face. Modern driver, so forgiving from those mishits. Oh. Not the best. That was a good one. Just going to delete the one with a bit of weird, popped up a touch. My club speed's typically about 105. One thing I try and look for if I'm doing a driver fitting is typically when that golfer gets on the golf course, they will swing it faster than they do during the fitting. I think people think that when they're inside hitting balls or they're on the range hitting balls, they're swinging the quickest, but actually it's been proven through TrackMan stats, it's actually quicker on the golf course. When we talk 2 to 3 miles an hour. As you swing faster, typically you see spin rate increasing. So when I'm trying to do a driver fitting, I'm just trying to be mindful that the club head speed may increase a touch and spin rate may increase a touch. So I'm just trying to get that 36 for me landing angle, and then obviously I'm trying to look at spin to coincide with my launch angle. This is the 12 degree head. Let me just go and change the tag. There's a couple there. So that's 12. If we just go and have a quick look at these numbers. Typically, when we're looking at numbers, the lower loft that you can have, the faster ball speed you have the potential to get. Loft is the #1 spin increaser. The more loft you have, the more spin you'll get. So we're looking through here. You can see that spin loft, dynamic loft, moment of impact, much lower on that 9, 10.5, wasn't so much, about 1.4 difference, and then that 12 degree really had quite a lot of influence there. And then when we look through the numbers, Smash factor for me, the ball, smash factor is the ball speed over club speed. It came off a lot faster with that 9 degree, which would be normal, 10.5 a little slower, 12 even slower. Now if you look at the height and landing angle was perfect with that 9 degree, 35, a little bit too high with the 10.5, and then crazy high with that 12. You can see the spin rate as well, 2800 to then 32 with the 10.5, and then 3800 with that 12 degree. So we see that loft increasing the spin. Now my attack angle typically is around about negative, so all of them, 0 rather. So you can see every single one there is 0.3, 0.4, 0.0. And I tend to, when I swing through, I tend to open that face just a little bit, so therefore I'm adding a little bit more loft as I come through the golf club, and kind of swinging this way and holding off. If you look at the carry, fairly similar between the 9 and the 10.5, and then that total distance though, because that landing angle is perfect, we're getting a little bit more roll. That 9 degree for me is going that little bit further. Obviously the lower loft you go, it can make it a little bit more errant, but when we go back to that data and we see them all sort of side by side, 10.5, 9 degree, I'm kind of on the border, 9.75, and you could argue either way. I'm kind of just about in that window. It's going to be really about what my common ball flight is. Normally I know be a little bit maybe more down on the golf course. I will swing faster, so therefore I'll get more spin, a little bit more launch. So I would be airing on that 9 degree all day, just because it's just maybe on a smidge on that low side, and the 10.5 already on the verge of being a little bit too high, and it's only going to get worse on the golf course. 12 degree would be disastrous for me, but I see a lot of golfers with slower swing speeds. They get that 9 degree driver at about 20 landing angle, and the second I go to 12 and it gets to 34, their carry increases by 20, 30, 40 yards, and it becomes much more forgiving, much easier to hit. So it's well worth going for a fitting, making sure that you have the right loft on your driver head. Thank you.